And welcome back. Tom is joining us today from the Resource Center for another edition of Dollars and Cents.
So Tom, what financial advice is the Resource Center offering today?
Well, we're going to tell you in a second because this is another edition of Schaefer Says. I've got John Schaefer with me, and just so you know, at the end you want to have your phone ready. We'll have a QR code. You can get all sorts of information that John's going to be talking about. First of all, good to see you.
Good to see you again.
Now, today we're going to be talking about life insurance.
Life insurance.
Very important. Tell me a little bit about it.
Okay, so we're trying to make a topic this month about talking about life insurance. Just because if you have a family, it's really important. We got a couple bullet points here. If you're having children, getting married, really need that life insurance to protect those kids.
Now, okay, the first two I get right away.
Yeah.
Plan to support aging parents. Kind of go into that a little bit.
Okay, that's a good topic, especially if you have let's say you're taking care of your grandparents or a parent that's up in their upper ages. And then if something happens to you, who's going to take care of them? You know.
Okay.
Or be financially set. So that's what we're looking at, is really protecting yourself, protecting your loved ones if you're gone tomorrow.
Well, that's what I always think of. If I go away, you know, your spouse, your children,
right,
you have to make sure they're taken care of.
Right.
All right.
So another thing, why you need life insurance as a professional is really important if you have a professional job. Also, if you have a risky hobby, that could be snorkeling, some skydiving maybe.
You may not think it's risky, but when you're talking about actuaries and things like that, yeah, there's risk involved.
Right. I mean, even playing golf could be a risk, especially with you and I.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Work for yourself or a family business. If something happens to you tomorrow, you know, where's that money going to come from for burial expenses, the financials, keep that business running. Also have private student loans. You know, a lot of people are still stuck with loans if you have a professional job.
That's true. And if you don't have something to cover, it's going to go to someone else.
That's right.
That loan is going to be paid.
Right. So, in a high-risk job, you know, depending on what you do. You could be a lineman, you know, working for the electrical company or the phone company or the cell phone towers.
Right. Okay.
High-risk job. If something happens to you, you know, what is going to sustain, you know, your kids, your spouse to pay those bills if you're gone tomorrow? And that's...
Right. You want them to be able to keep, you know, a lifestyle that they're accustomed to without, well, breaking the bank.
Right.
You have to have some comfort there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So life insurance tips that we have, you know, which one to choose. There's, you know, what we sell here is term life or whole life insurance. Term life, we've got a great one that for a 5-year, basically there's 10 questions you ask, you're automatically approved. The 10, the 20, and the 30 year depends on your health. You know, what kind of medical problems you have. Same with the whole life. So whole life is for your whole term of your life. You could get one big policy for the whole life.
I know many times for younger people, term can be a very affordable way to insure yourself. It changes through the years, but it's a little easier on the pocketbook maybe if you're in your 20s.
Right. So like maybe in my 40s, one thing that I look at it, you know, I did one in my younger 40s, just doing a 20-year. So in 20 years, I plan to have my house paid off, my financials, get with Bruce as far as my retirement stuff goes, or money in my annuities. So if something happens to me, that money's sitting there to pay for the expensive, and I don't dwell on top of my kids.
You know, and I said 20s. 20s is not too early to start thinking about something like life insurance.
And it's cheaper in your 20s if you start there to get your life insurance versus wait until you're 30, 40. Every year you get older, it's more expensive.
Okay.
So
there's the thing to really understand.
Cost of living. So basically, it impacts your family. What we talked about. Could your spouse earn enough on her income to sustain her living? So we could not do that. Child care, debts. You know, if you have a loan on your house, cars. You know, if you got one income down, and then you just down to one income versus two. You know, who's going to pay for that and keep that, you know, sustainability?
Well, and that's the thing. You know, if you consider the cost of insurance, it's surely less than just those three things. And those are only three things. There are more.
Right.
All right. Here's a QR code. People can give you a call as well.
Yeah, give me a call. We'd be happy. It's a free insurance quote for life insurance. Simple and easy. We can get you taken care of.
All right. Sit down with John. He'll be happy to talk with you. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Tom.